Hey George, I wanted to walk you through some information for the testing I wanted to see if you could do for me. The new version of the plugin, just so you can learn a little bit about it first and how to actually use it. There are a number of different help videos that are now available through these buttons at the top of the page. So you can learn about creating exit pages by clicking on this one, for example, and so on and so forth. For the most part, I'd really recommend to go through the first two, although it could also be a good idea to go through the others, especially since it may help with answering support questions and stuff like that in the future. Now, there are also different help videos on the settings page. One teaches you about the API keys. That was the YouTube video I just sent you earlier today in Skype. And then the settings tutorial is about everything here. So all those videos will teach about the plugin itself and how to use it. But the main part that I wanted some help with testing has to do with all of the exit page rules down at the bottom of any exit page that you create. Basically, I want to make sure all 12 of these checkboxes and the 4 drop-down boxes, I want to make sure they're working correctly. And the way to do that would be to just create one exit page and maybe just have it included on a different part of the site at any given time, and then go to the live site and try testing it to see if the exit page pops up. So just as an example here, if you wanted to wipe out the existing rules that are already there, you can just highlight and delete up here in the include box. Then you could add something like, I'll do a more difficult one here, the user login registration pages. So we can include this and save it in the system. Now, as long as you only have one, that would be the only exit page rule that shows up here. So just to help make this make a little more sense, I'll wipe out the ones that I'm not using here. Okay, so I have this ASIN list set for the user registration and login page. Now, one other thing worth mentioning, over here on the settings page, the disable repeat ads setting, you probably want to turn this on no. Otherwise, you won't be able to easily cause these exit pages to display. So after disabling that and creating an exit page that has an exit page rule, I can then go to the live site and go to that particular page to see if I can get the exit page to show up. So you have a couple options of how you can do that to see if it's working. One is to just try to close the page. Another is you can actually refresh the page and it should work. And this one is not showing up. I can't even reach the registration page. So obviously, I'll check up on the login one. Some of these, are fairly self-explanatory. Entire WordPress site, all posts, all pages, talking about, the WordPress posts and the WordPress pages here. The 404 page would be if you type in an incorrect address and you get to the page not found page on your WordPress site, the author archives is going to be when you create posts using your user account. Then when you go and view that post, in the top info bar it'll say who it's by, and the author name becomes a clickable link. Clicking on that link should take you to the author archive page where it would list any post that that author has written. Blog search page would be if you perform a search on the live site. Category archive page would be a page that you create just for a post category right here. And the URL that gets associated with it will typically be something like category / and then whatever the category slug is going to be. So like coffee news, for example. You'll see something like this. It'll say like categories and then the category name and page 1, and it's, you know, a generic listing of the posts that are on this. I've actually redone this one. This is a custom category page for this particular site. So it'll look a little different from this, but you know, up here should still kind of look similar. It's that page that lists all the posts in the categories, but it's not a page that you can edit. Date-based archives kind of works the same way. You have posts that are associated by dates. Now, the individual date here doesn't show anything. I'm not sure if I have the date-based archives enabled. Looks like that might be an error from my plugin as well. Looks like I still have a little more testing to do. I probably have removed the date-based archives. If you use the standard WordPress theme in the sidebar, you should get a date-based archive link after you have created categories and posts on the site. Homepage, self-explanatory. Subpages of the homepage. This would be when you're using the default themes or the default setup for the homepage, I should say, where it is listing your most recent posts. And when you top the maximum number per page, I think it's 10, then it'll create a subpage, and you'll have a little link at the bottom of the homepage to link up to visit the subpage where you can view the later posts that were beyond the ones listed on the homepage. Tag archive page is going to really be just like the category archive page, except it'll be for tags that you associate with a post that you create. And the URLs for those is usually the tag slug, just like I did with the category, where I did category news or coffee news, where coffee news was my category slug. If this was my tag slug, then category would simply just change to tag. However, I don't think I have any tags set up on this site. This was the demo Down Comforter Guide site that I did during a second rerun of the Azon masterclass. Now, the drop-down boxes, these will just be for individual pages that are created, individual posts that are created. If you could just create one page and one post and see if you can get it to show up properly on those pages, that would be great. For the all category posts and all tag posts, it's not going to show up on the main category pages, but it'll show up on any post that are grouped into that category or grouped into that tag. So it would be post listed in this drop-down box right here, but whatever category or tag they are associated with, you can have it show up for all posts within this one category, for example. So if you could basically just go through, create one exit page, and try out each of these options at a time and see if you can get it to correctly load up the exit page for you on the live website, that would be great. And simply just give me a report of which ones are not working so I can kind of narrow the list down and go back through and know which ones I need to do some corrections on or which ones are working good. Thank you very much. Let me know if you have any questions.